All right. How to let the train go by on this lovely morning. I am so grateful to be here. I am so blessed to see another football Sunday. And most importantly, I just want to thank God for putting me in this position, for bringing me to Charlotte, North Carolina this morning to give everybody that will be joining a pregame report for the Carolina Panthers versus the Green Bay Packers. Let me fix one thing real quick. Got the lovely stadium in the background. As you can see, we have the train going by, as you can hear. But yeah, anyways, so let's go ahead and get into things. Thank you all for joining. All the ones coming in will join eventually. It's still early in the morning, but you know, your boy has to get the pregame report out. He's been busy this week, but we're here now. So let's get it. Hello everyone, it is the RZB Sports bringing you the pregame report for the Green Bay Packers and your Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers are on the road this week for their matchup against the number one team in the NFC, the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field. The Carolina Panthers are coming off of a loss to the Buffalo Bills, and they have a 4-4 record. And the Green Bay Packers, like I said, are the number one team in the AFC with a 5-win record, 1 loss to the Cleveland Browns, and 1 tie to the Dallas Cowboys, in which the Carolina Panthers did beat the Cowboys at the stadium right behind me. The Carolina Panthers are 6-12 all-time against the Green Bay Packers, with a 2-6 record on the road when playing at Lambeau Field. Bryce Young is back in the lineup, starting at quarterback after taking some time off last week where he was unable to play with Andy Dalton performing. He said he is mentally and physically ready to play his first game at Lambeau Field. Let's get into the statistics first for the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers are rushing roughly around 114.1 yards per game. Josh Jacobs, a good running back in this Packers backfield, a player who was traded from the Las Vegas Raiders. He did his job in Las Vegas, but he's doing even better for the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers quarterback Jordan Love is passing roughly for 256.9 yards per game per CBS and per ESPN, not just per RZB Sports. The Green Bay Packers are also scoring roughly around 27.6 points a game, and that is ranked number 5 in the NFL, so they are putting points on the board. Now for their defense, they are allowing roughly 78.6 rushing yards per game, which is an average of 3.7 yards per carry, which is pretty good for a rushing defense that has Micah Parsons leading the way. Hello, what's up, my guy, what's up? And then lastly, for this Packers defense, they are allowing 210.6 average passing yards per game, which is not really terrible still to this point. Now we move over to the Carolina Panthers and their statistics. Hello, Vian and Pran. Hello, good morning. The Carolina Panthers have decreased in scoring at 17.3 points per game, where they were at 19.3 points per game. They have increased in the running attack, the rushing attack. Rico, Chuba, they're at 151.7 per game. They were at 136.9 per game. They have decreased in the passing, unfortunately, but when you have a running back that is, carrying and leading the way in Chuba Hubbard and Rico Dowdle, the passing can slack a little bit. But if we could get the passing and the rushing attack on the same page, this Carolina Panthers offense will be on fire and a top 5 offense in the league. But they went from they're at 167 passing yards per game, and they were at 179.5 passing yards per game. Just call me Vin. All right, okay, awesome. And then, lastly, for the Panthers, they increased their overall yardage with rushing leading the way over passing, and they are at 318.7 they were at 316.4. So that is the statistics for the Green Bay Packers and the Carolina Panthers. You're like, when are we going to hear the good news? Why does it have to be the boring news? Well, RZB Sports, as a reporter bringing the pregame report, I want to make sure I do not miss any specific role in my job. And so I'm not just going to bring the fun news. You got to bring the boring news too. But I promise you, when 1 o'clock hits, that's going to be the best news, because that's when the game starts. Carolina Panthers versus Green Bay Packers. Now we will get into the Panthers and Packers injury report. And unfortunately, in this job, the NFL, these players make a lot of money, but they put their bodies on the line every Sunday. They practice 3 to 4 days out of the week. Yes, they have their recovery. Yes, they have their trainers. Yes, they have their nutrition. But these players are mentally challenged as well, not just physically. As a person that's been inside of the locker room, as a person that's been at the practices, these players their job is on the line every single day. Every single day. There's always somebody trying out for their spot. I'm from Indonesia. Let's go. So, yeah, like I said, these players make a lot of money, but you also want to think that they are being challenged every day mentally and physically. But yeah, we will get into it. So Princely, the rookie from Ole Miss, has been rolled out. Cade Mays, offensive lineman, has been rolled out for the Carolina Panthers. Questionable is Taylor Moton, Andy Dalton, Damian Lewis, Trevin Wallace, Nick Scott, Chandler Zavala. I say the biggest two names on this questionable list is really all of them, actually. But for this defensive team that the Packers have, the Panthers' offensive line must be somewhat healthy today to protect Bryce Young and give him time to get the ball out. Bryce Young has been getting the ball out quickly in practice per Dave Canales, but this offensive line must be ready to do their job today. So Taylor Moton and Damian Lewis being on the injury report for questionable, I hope they suit up. The long-time Taylor Moton and Damian Lewis, please suit up today. Only if you're healthy. If you don't think you can be beneficial for the team, I understand. You know, next man up. It's the league. It's the NFL. You're a professional athlete for a reason. Now for the Green Bay Packers, Dontavion Wicks, wide receiver, has been ruled out. Brandon McManus, this was the biggest shocker to me for this Packers injury report. Brandon McManus, longtime Denver Broncos kicker, is questionable for today. So, as a kicker in the NFL, I'm sure the Packers have brought up somebody from the practice squad or signed somebody at least, right? Wouldn't that be the decision you make if your kicker is questionable? Because 3 points is very big in this league. But Brandon McManus is questionable. Lucas Van Ness has been ruled out for the Green Bay Packers. If you say my name, I'll like a sub. Salt6454. Lucas Van Ness has been ruled out. Nick Neiman has been ruled out. Quay Walker is questionable. That is the Green Bay Packers injury report, along with the Carolina Panthers injury report. Hey, well, I mean, if you want to sub, you go ahead and sub. If you don't want to sub, you don't got to sub. But hey, for everybody that has joined so far, that has liked the video, I really appreciate you so much. Let's go. Thank you for subbing. All right, let's get into the fun part of things now. Okay, so we started off with the boring things. Now we're going to get into the fun things and have a little bit. Hey, I want to be your friend. Okay, then me and you are best friends. Then me and you are best friends. All right, so let's get into the fun part of things. You know, it's not the best part. Like I said, 1 o'clock is the best part. But let's get into the fun things. So 5 things to watch for the Carolina Panthers and 4 things to watch for the Green Bay Packers. I am from Charlotte, North Carolina. And you? So 4 things for the Packers to watch, 5 things for the Carolina Panthers to watch. Let's start off. Do y'all want me to start off with the Green Bay Packers things to watch or the Carolina Panthers things to watch? I'll give y'all 20 seconds to decide. If nobody says anything, then I'll just pick one. But if somebody says something that outweighs the other team, then I'll start with that team. So you want me to start with the Packers or the Panthers? Let me know. 20 seconds starting now. Bum, bum, bum. Da, 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 da. We got people jogging out here this morning. All right. We got 10 more seconds. Panthers, yes, bro. All right, Packers. Sorry, my dog's barking. I brought my dog with me. All right, so we're tied at 1-1. We're tied at 1-1. I need a tiebreaker. Is night for me, by the way. Heck yeah. Go Packers. All right, we're starting off with the Green Bay Packers. All right, that's cool, because that's the team that I wanted to start off with. You know, we always do. Somebody said Boomer. Yes, Grandma, Boomer is with me, that knucklehead. Hey, boy, sit down. All right, so for the Green Bay Packers, they must have strong pass rush today against this Carolina Panthers team. I cannot believe I have somebody watching me from Indonesia. To me, that is crazy. But the Packers must have a strong pass rush defense today. Led by Micah Parsons, this pass rush defense has been doing their job. Look at their record, 5 wins, 1 loss, 1 tie. I know they lost to the Cleveland Browns, but we'll give them some space with that. So they also got, Gary and Walker, like this man said. Not with, yeah. So they got Parsons, Gary, Walker playing very phenomenal. They must also have a good game rushing the ball. They have been pretty good at that this year. Josh Jacobs leading the way. Hey, you cannot take a break from this man. This man can run over your defense in a heartbeat. So the Packers must have a good rushing attack. They also must minimize the turnovers. There has been a few games where it's like, wow, how did the Packers win this game? How did they pull it out with the amount of turnovers that they have had? But, yeah, they must minimize their turnovers. Yes, secondary will be key, and the offensive line will be key as well. And then lastly, Packers fans that are in the video right now, Packers fans that are, you look like you eat corn the long way. Okay. Hey, you know what? You can say that, buddy. Hey, but thank you for watching my live, and thank you for supporting me. The fun thing for the Packers to be on the lookout for today is Jordan Love and Tucker Kraft. The quarterback and tight end connection has been something special for the Packers this season. It almost reminds me of the Dallas Cowboys connection between Dak Prescott and Ferguson. So, yeah, that is the Packers must watch for today's game. Now we move over to the Carolina Panthers. In the end, it will hold his nerves. But, yeah, Panthers quarterback going to shock some. In the end, it will hold his nerves. Say that again, Anthony. I don't quite understand. All right, 5 things to watch for the Carolina Panthers. The number one thing that everybody's been making a big deal about for this Carolina Panthers team, the running back rotation. Chuba Hubbard, Rico Dowdle. Who gets the more carries? Who deserves the more carries? I know who deserves the more carries, but I'll keep that in-house. All I'm going to say is Rico Dowdle is in the top 5 for rushing yards in the entire NFL, and he hasn't even started every single game. Chuba Hubbard, I love you. He's also been a long-time Panther. This man has been pretty good for us. So the love for both players are equal, but like I said, I'll keep my thoughts and opinions in-house when it comes to who I think should start at running back. Where even are you, though? I'm in Charlotte. Hey, do you like soda? Yes. The run defense must come back to form for the Carolina Panthers. For the Carolina Panthers. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, hold up. Hello. Hold up one moment. Sorry about that. There's a dog that's not on leash, and I have a dog that is crazy. Okay, cool. He's going the opposite way. All right, so let's get back into it. The running back rotation is the thing to watch for the Carolina Panthers. The run defense is another thing to watch for the Carolina Panthers. Can this team stop the run? I mean, they have been doing phenomenal. Before they played the Buffalo Bills, they were up there in the rankings for only allowing like 131 rushing yards through 3 games. And then we play the Buffalo Bills and we allow over 200 rushing yards to James Cook. That man absolutely cooked the Panthers' run defense. Jordan Love hold his nerves strong in the clutch, but the Panthers quarterback is going to have a good game. Yes, absolutely, I agree. So yeah, the run defense must come back to form. What does it look like to limit Jordan Love and Tucker Kraft? That's another thing for this Panthers team. What can they do to limit Jordan Love and Tucker Kraft? How will the offense look with Bryce Young? And he's back in the lineup. Like I said, this offensive line has to be ready to go for Bryce Young. But how will Bryce Young look coming back from an ankle injury that he suffered from MetLife Stadium? Lastly, how will the Carolina Panthers manage the future Hall of Famer, Micah Parsons? That's what I want to know. I mean, I don't know too much history about the Panthers when they played the Cowboys in the past with Micah Parsons on the team. Actually, let me stop there. I do remember last season, Micah Parsons did sack Bryce Young in the stadium. I was at that game. Micah Parsons did get a sack on Bryce Young last season at the stadium. I do remember that. Great. Another sports channel. This goes well with the other 443,673. Hey, well, the thing about this sports channel is not just a sports channel. It's part of the RZB Sports journey, okay? So it's not just going to be sports, but you can see me going and traveling to different food places, trying new food, or like dancing, or like, just it's all about the things that I do in my life. I don't share everything because, some of the things in my life are private and will remain private, but what I do want to share is what I share, and hopefully it's, bringing entertainment to all of y'all that are watching. But, yeah, so I do remember Micah Parsons getting a sack on Bryce Young here last season. Hopefully that does not happen today. Hopefully we can know how to manage him. So, Icky, Ikwanu, Taylor, Moten, that's 2 tackles. Do not let Micah Parsons get in that backfield today. Do not let him get in that backfield today. Okay, everyone, so that is the RZB Sports pregame report for the Carolina Panthers and the Green Bay Packers. Like I mentioned, the Carolina Panthers are going to Lambeau Field. Lambeau Field has so much history. It's where football all started at. And Lambeau is also known to have snowy games. It is still early in November, so I'm glad that the Panthers are playing there in early November instead of late November, early December, right? Because, I mean, a snow game would be fun, but will this Carolina Panthers team be able to adjust to it? Maybe the Carolina Panthers will make a trip to Lambeau Field in the playoffs. That would be pretty nice to see. I would not mind. And if that happens, I may just have to book a flight to Green Bay, Wisconsin to go watch the Carolina Panthers play in the snow and throw some snowballs at some of the Packers fans. But, yeah, so Lambeau Field has a lot of history, and Jordan Love is carrying a great legacy that was left to him from Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers carried a good legacy winning 1 Super Bowl that was left from Brett Favre. So it just continues to, keep stacking more history from Lambeau Field. They have this thing called Lambeau Leap, so it'll be exciting to see if any Carolina Panther players get in the end zone today to see if they will try to go attempt the Lambeau Leap. And, I mean, obviously they're going to be denied. Packers fans are not going to let Panthers players get in, the leap celebration. Not unless it's a blowout, maybe. Hi, friend. I think I'm going to go. See you later. I'll subscribe to you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, there's my dog barking again. Hey, you want to say anything on the mic? You want to say anything on the mic? You want to say anything on the mic? Yeah? You want to say? All right, guys. Hold on. Let me get my dog real quick. I'm going to show y'all. Hold up. This knucklehead. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here, boy. Come here. Come here. Woo-hoo. Hey, so this is my dog right here. Come here. Boomer, come on. Hey, Boomer. Hey, no. Come here. Come here, boy. Come here, boy. It's my dog Boomer right here. He came to do the pregame report. You want to say anything on the mic? No? I just went down. I want to sniff. All right, come on, boy. Let's get back on the leash. Sit. Stay. Good boy. So yeah, I had to show y'all my dog real quick. Obviously, he wanted to get in the video. You wanted to get in the video. I tried to get you to say something. Now you want to talk. Yeah? 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 I understand. Okay, everyone, I'm going to be making a video for something special that happened to me last night along with this Carolina Panthers organization. Obviously, I wanted to keep it in-house and to, just take it all in and soak it all in. A very special moment for me. I take joy in all the small things on my journey, and definitely took joy in the thing that happened last night. It was honestly something very special to me. Like I said, it was one of the brightest spotlights that I've witnessed so far in my life from this Carolina Panthers organization. So yeah, I'm going to be making that video right now. I'm gonna go make it on all the platforms, yeah, I just want to say thank y'all all for the support. Sorry, I got a little zoned out because I'm still just shocked. Thank y'all all for taking this lovely morning to tune in and to watch me give you the report. And let's go Carolina Panthers. Let's go Green Bay Packers. I have to remain non-biased on here when I give the pregame report, even though I'm repping the Carolina Panthers jersey. But as a sports reporter, you want to remain non-biased and not just choose a side because you like the team. Just know that, okay? All right, so, yeah, thank you all for joining. And until next time, the RZB Sports out.